Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss and understand Prometheus with monitoring. If you see this diagram, you will be able to comprehend as a whole how monitoring works. We get the collection of data or we record the data, we filter it and create a database and do some application over it like tracing, visualization and alerting. But to define monitoring is difficult as the concept of monitoring changes with the aspect of role that requires that monitoring. For example, for DevOps, we require a lot of data that may be used to monitor the load but may not be helpful for the infrastructure, but it is monitored. The things that are monitored in DevOps are specific, but when you change the role to go for system administrator, the number of things that are monitored are high and the variety is as same as in DevOps. While the process in monitoring remains same if you go for system administrator, quality assurance engineer, SRE or DevOps. Monitoring comprises of metrics that expose the system endpoints, tell you about the network load, but data is limited because you may know the load but you may not know the IP from where the load is coming. It also comprises of logging, which is collection of data on a large extent, which can be said a deep dive, and it is stored in various forms like a system generated logs that are collected and stored, agent being attached to the system which continuously creates logs for that system, etc. Tracing is application on the data that is monitored on because we need to debug the system for troubleshooting. Alerting is the aftermath of continuous monitoring that matches the current and previous data and finds the differences based on which it takes actions on the conditions that were given to it. Visualization is the pictorial representation of the data that is in the database depending on the conditions you need. For example, a time-based graph of the load on a pod or a node for the last 15 minutes. For Prometheus, we visit the official documentation. It says it is an open source monitoring system. Since it is open source, available to everyone with the source code, and it is a system, means a collection of components and items which can be discussed with the architecture in a later on video. It has dimensional data model, flexible query language, efficient time series database, and modern alerting approach. Since Prometheus monitors and stores data, it needs to store it in a database. Prometheus uses a time series based database where the best fit data on the time range is selected to be shown. So it is efficient to query. And when it comes to query, it does not use NoSQL or SQL. It has its own query language known as PromQL. To make it more easy, it has created the structure of the database in dimensional form. Now, to make its alert approach modern, it has allowed to add the external component to its ecosystem where you can create rules for things to be monitored and create alerts, and then connect to channels whichever you require, which can be Gmail, email, or any other email like Yahoo, and also uh, communication channels like Slack, Discord, etc. Prometheus can be integrated with other monitoring tools which are better in visualization, for example, Zabbix, Kiali, etc. We will explore one such tool called Grafana in later on videos. Thank you.